All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited. This is Wow Cut and Sew Like a Pro challenge. This is our onboarding class. We have some of our participants live here with us on the stream, and we have some other people in the wait room. So we'll be bringing them at different intervals in this live stream. Like I said before, this is our onboarding class. This class majorly is to help us better understand what this challenge is all about. Why are we doing this challenge? What is the format of this challenge? What are the different tasks that will be carried out during this challenge? And what are the criteria that will determine that you become or emerge one of the winners? So we have first place, second place, and third place. I'll be sharing more in depthly about some of those details in the process of this live broadcast. So it is going to be an interactive session at some point. And Madam Susan will be taking a special class where she'll be sharing some fashion business tips that would help us move our businesses forward. One of the things that guarantees success, at least milestones of success in any business. Nobody you see today that is great, that is popular. I'm not talking about the current move of influencers where somebody comes out on the internet and shakes bomb bomb and 1 million people persons are following them. As it were, those that consume such content are also getting value. But what we are trying to promote here is to promote positive value. For most of us, we've spent years honing our skills. For most of us, we've spent months honing our skills. For most of us, we've always had this dream that someday our brands will be out there. We'll be sewing for celebrities, very renowned in the fashion business. And there's no better time to start up that journey than now. There are certain requirements you need in order to build capacity to take your fashion business from where it is right now to where it ought to be. And you must be willing to take small steps to get to your actual big dream. Actualizing or turning your big dreams into reality is a systematic process. I must tell you, it is a systematic process. You cannot jump one step and get to the other. I usually tell people there's this assumption that if I have 10 million naira, oh, the world will hear me. How many of you feel like that? As as it is right now, if you have 10 million naira, the world will hear your voice. At least Nigeria would shake. How many of you feel that way? In your mind, you feel like if I have 10 million naira, at least those in my community will know that there's a fashion house here. A lot of us have that mindset, but there is a systematic process of building a brand. And in the past 2 years, I've been on a journey to unravel those stages you need to follow. You cannot jump the stage of knowledge acquisition. You cannot jump the stage of acquiring the needed skills. So it is important. So it is important that you understand the different phases of building your fashion business. No one you know today just arrived. They went through a systematic process. Quickly, before we go into the challenge, I would like to just breeze through certain steps that you must follow. You must understand that at some phase in your journey, you must acquire knowledge. You must go for knowledge. Registering in a fashion school, not in a roadside shop. where you will spend 3 years and not learn anything. Registering in an actual fashion school will help you build capacity. Will help you build capacity to help you understand the fashion terrain, the fashion business. Practically, you will be in an environment where the business is being, where the business operation is being carried out. You will understand different phases of how a fashion business runs. That is why the Igbos in Nigeria, they are renowned for apprenticeship, where somebody comes to serve an oga or his boss for a number of years. Within that space of time, that apprentice is able to build capacity to manage the business, to manage finance, learn the needed skills, the needed structure, and every other thing that comes with managing a business. But in the fashion terrain, it is quite different. There are certain things that would not be the same as far as certain businesses are concerned. So understanding how do I move up the ladder? Wherever you are, there is a systematic process of how you can move up the ladder. And myself, Madam Susan, and other coaches and trainers that would come on board during um, this challenge will be giving you a glimpse of what you need to know to be able to scale up your fashion business. If you are still at the knowledge phase, you cannot jump that into start building a brand. So that is one thing you must clearly understand. So having established that as a foundation to this onboarding class, I would like to especially welcome everyone on board. My name is Colin Tinjemine. I'm the founder of Brand Africana, and I'm excited that we are all here. Like I said, we have a number of persons in the back room, and at different points, I'll be removing certain people and bringing others into the room. So if you can't see yourself in the live stream, just know that you are backstage. Obviously, you can hear me, uh, and we'll take it up from there. So, like we already established, the cut and sew, while cut and sew like a pro challenge is an opportunity for you to improve your skills. Apart from improving your skills, it's an opportunity for you to relearn new skills, to unlearn and relearn new skills. For most of us, I've been in the fashion business myself, though I don't sew. I've gone through my certain people in the family are into fashion. My wife is also into fashion, and I've seen how they operate. My mom too did fashion at some point in her lifetime. She's still alive anyway. And the truth is, there are certain things I observed by just watching them do their business. And based on my own knowledge of brand strategy, I'll be bringing to bear my skill set, my knowledge as regards building a distinctive fashion brand. So this challenge is going to go through two phases. At the moment, we are in the first phase, which is the online phase. The online phase will take us through a series of tasks. We have about 4 tasks that would run from now, this coming week, till January. The offline phase is going to be an on-site challenge. And those that would transition into the offline phase will have the opportunity to be with Madam Susan for 2 weeks. You would come to Wow Fashion School and you will stay there for 2 weeks. You are not there as a student, but you are going to enjoy the privilege of learning fashion from Madam Susan and the other coaches and trainers that will be on site during the offline phase. Most of us have started gathering support group members. The reason why we introduced the support group um, system is to enable or aid fundraising. Not everybody can outrightly participate in this challenge and stay committed if they don't get support. And like I usually say, if you are very, very smart with exploring the support group system, it will be one of your strongest foundation in fundraising all through this challenge. There are people that believe in you. There are people that want to see you succeed. Communicate the challenge to them. Help them understand. That is why we are having this onboarding class. So if there's anyone that you want or you want to seek support from, send the link, the replay to them and tell them that this thing is real. This thing is something I really want to participate in. I need your financial support. Then, if the person says, okay, how do I support you? If you don't already have your support group link, which almost everyone so far has created, a few persons are yet to create their support group link. Please reach out um, to the admins on the group and we'll facilitate getting you your support group link. And let me make it clear here, the support group links, 70% of the money raised is going to you, and Paystack is facilitating that transaction. So Paystack will pay you 70% and 30% will come to the project team to manage certain administrative costs. Already we've spent quite an amount of money without even making an income, and we intend to spend more in the coming months, even till the finals. So there is currently no challenge. There's no competition where voting, and let me state this as well, the the funds raised is equivalent to the votes. So at different times during the tax, we would be taking note or recording how many votes, how many supporters you get over time. And this will be equivalent to the number of votes you will accumulate over time that will determine if you will get to the grand finals. So you might be a very skillful fashion designer. Um, you might possibly not get to the finals because of votes. So lobby for votes. It's not like you are begging anybody for money. You actually need the votes to actually get to the next phase. So it is important that I made that clear. Ensure you talk to people that you know can support you. There are certain people, the vote as it were, before I say what I want to say, the vote as it were is just 1,000 naira. If by now you don't have at least 50 persons that can give you a certain amount of money, even 2,000 naira, then there's something wrong with your networking skills. There's a part of my framework called Turning Big Dreams into Reality that handles that, creating a support system. If you have 1,000 contacts on your phone and that you don't have up to 100 people in that contact that can support you during this challenge, after this challenge, format your phone. Maybe leave family and friends. Anybody that is not relevant to helping you achieve your big dream, they are not relevant in in anything that has to do with your pursuit. Their number is not supposed to be on your phone. So it is important you systematically approach this challenge in order to make the best out of it. So if there are any other things, I will cover it in the course of our conversation. So at this point, I would like us to officially introduce ourselves. So I'll be bringing up, so like I said, we can only have 6 persons on the stream per time. So ensure when you are on the stream introducing yourself, your video is on. Enable your video. So we'll be taking We have Rejoice. She's the first person I can see on my screen after Madam Susan. Rejoice, are you with us? Can you unmute your mic? Let's get to meet you. Tell us about
Yeah,
yourself or fashion brand.
yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Uh, Good evening. Good evening, ma. Good evening, sir. My name is Okafor Rejoice Kechi. I am the founder of NK Couture. So, I'm a fashion designer, so I come across cut and sew like a pro on a Facebook. So I decided to join. You understand? So actually, it's not my first time of um participating in a challenge or fashion show like this. So I'm happy to be here and I'm glad to see every one of us here. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you are a challenge pro. You're ready to
No,
dust
not
everything.
really. No.
So when did your fashion business start? When did you start your journey?
Okay, 3 years back.
Okay,
Yeah,
3 years back. Okay. All right,
yeah.
fantastic. All right. Nice to meet you. So I'll be taking you off the stream now to bring in somebody else. So let's have Oladeji. I can't see the first name now. I know the last part of the first name is Dio. Can we have you introduce yourself and let's meet you and know more about your brand?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. I'm Dayo Oladeji. I'm the founder of Robot Ties and Fashion House. Into kids ball dresses, kids wears, and ready to wear
Okay.
office for wears. So that's what I do, and I'm
Yeah.
glad
How
to
long?
be here. I'm glad to be part of the challenge.
All right. Fantastic. How long have you been into fashion?
5 years now, but I just started taking it serious like a year ago.
All right. Fantastic. Nice to meet you. We'll get to
Thank
know
you.
more about you much later. Um, so let's have Ade Joke, Madam Ade Joke from Benin. I have so much memories about Benin. Don't worry, we'll share that much later.
Okay, oh, why is my mic not coming on?
Okay, let me help you. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud. We can hear you. Oh, your mic is muting.
Is I don't know why it's muting. I don't know why.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Oh, I think
All right.
network. You are having network issues. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is
Yeah, good evening.
Adejoke Josephine Ekome. I reside in Benin City, and my brand name is JoJo Stitches. I started sewing.
Okay, your mic is muting, so let's have you come back maybe much later. Your network, you need
Okay,
to look for a better place for your network. I think where you were the last time we had a
was
test run
better.
on this, yeah, it was
Okay,
better. Maybe locate somewhere you can get a better network.
all right.
Okay, let's have Mary. She's on a red outfit. Mary, can we meet you? Just unmute your mic and
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, ma. Good evening,
Mic is not.
everybody. Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Kolawole Mary, and my brand name is Tony O Design. So I've been
Okay.
into fashion for like 4 years now,
All
and I
right.
come across how cut and sew challenge on Instagram. So, and this is my first time in participating in any challenge. I've I've
Sit down.
not been I've not been a person that likes challenge. I don't like facing challenge, so I just decided to give it a try. That's it.
All right.
That's what.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Don't worry. The way you are sounding is as if the word challenge is sounding very big, but
Yeah.
we'll try and break it down.
It- it-
As much as this is a competition, this challenge will help you build resilience. There's
Yeah.
resilience and courage are two things you need to advance. A lot of us we are making progress, but we know that we are not making progress in the right direction. So building resilience when all the chips are down, what do you do? Like for the participant that dropped at some point in the challenge, one thing they lack is resilience and maybe the courage to pursue something,
Yeah.
stay on something for a while. Staying power is something that is very powerful that a lot of people don't have. Today they want to sell Maggie, tomorrow they want to sell pepper, next tomorrow pure water is the business booming. So there's no focus. So one of the things this challenge will help you accomplish in the word challenge is focus, resilience, courage, and the tenacity to move and make progress in the positive direction. So hope that is clear.
Yes, sir.
So let's have faith. We have faith in the building. Can we meet you, ma?
Good evening, Ma. Good evening, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm Faith Semeng Ekereke. I reside in Cross River State, Calabar.
Wow.
I actually came across this challenge on Instagram and I decided to give it a try. I've not actually been in a challenge before. Actually, and my brown name is Fine Fingers Designs.
Huh? You
I've
guys,
been in.
the names I'm hearing in
Yeah,
this
that name.
challenge.
That name is one of my clients that made me give my business that name.
Wow.
Anytime he comes around, you always be calling us, you be shouting my fine fingers. Your guys' fingers are very fine. You know how to scatter pieces and bring them back again. That magic you people used to do is what thrilled me. So that name
Wow.
gets to me, and I decided to give my brown that name when I registered my business.
Wow. Wow.
So
That's a nice story. Yeah, go ahead.
I've been into fashion for some time. Let me say 8 or 9 years now, but then I was still in school. I was taking it lightly. I was just doing it as a means of surviving myself in school, part time with my schooling. After graduating, job did not come, so I decided to use to continue and all that. So I've been trying, boosting, trying. Actually, I didn't really join this challenge because of the gifts here and there and all that, but I really want to participate. I really want to learn. I really want all that benefit of developing myself, developing my brand from this challenge. That's what I'm really after. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. So let's have Felicity. Felicity has become my friend in this challenge. We've interacted so much. How you doing? She has
I'm fine, sir. Good evening,
she
sir.
has a spirit to help people. I don't know where you get it from. You have this the ministry of help. She's one of those persons, herself and Ebu.
Thank you, sir.
They are really, really handy helping other participants. So go ahead. Let's
Good
meet you.
evening, sir. Good evening, ma. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma. And good evening, everyone. My name is Oduze Felicity. My brand name is She stitches. So I came across this challenge on Facebook. It was a Facebook ad. So I just said, let me give it a try. I love challenging myself to grow more. So I just said, let me give it a shot. So that's why I'm here.
My mic was muted. How long have you been into fashion?
Okay, I've been into fashion for 3 years now. That is after learning from my boss. Then after learning from her, I graduated and started my own fashion brand 3 years ago. So I've been into it. I make bespoke dresses, and I later got to found my niche in children dresses, ball gown, casual wears, but mainly for children. So that's what I'm into now.
Okay, fantastic. Nice to meet you. So let's have Madam
Yeah, and
Mandy
you too, sir.
Agbaje. Can you unmute your mic? Let's meet you.
Did you call me?
Yes. Can you introduce
Okay,
yourself
okay.
and tell us about your brand?
My name is Mandy Ogbaje, the CEO of Goma Spring Ventures, and my brand is into fashion. But after a while, I decided to go into sewing because I love fashion. Instead of selling, let me go into making dresses. So I think I'm into sewing for 8 months now, and I'm enjoying it, even though I'm not a younger person like that. I'm really, really enjoying it. And I saw this challenge on Facebook. So I decided to join. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay. I saw this challenge on Facebook, though I'm an ambassador of Brand Africana, so it was easy for me to see, and I keyed into it because I really want to learn. Yes, I really want to learn. I really want to develop my skills. Aside the prizes, I really want to improve on my skills. Thank you, sir. My brand name is Goma Spring Sheet Trends. That's my fashion brand name now.
Gang, gang. Where wanna they
Thank
see all
you.
this name from? What what was the inspiration behind that name?
Um, the Goma is the name of the family. Me, my husband, my two daughters, and she trend. I want to be, uh, you know, something that is trending for the female especially because I love females, female who look good. Because me, I love looking good, and so that's why that name, how that name came about.
All right, fantastic. So I think okay, let's take Madam Adejoke again. Let's see if we can get you loud and clear now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adejoke Josephine Ekome. I'm a fashion designer. I started sewing like 4 years ago now. I sew from home, anyways. I don't really have a shop. I sew for children, as in children ball dresses, and then adult female dresses too. And I came across this wow challenge on Facebook. I didn't even know that I was just playing on my phone, and then I just stumbled on it, and I'm like, I like to be challenged. So an opportunity for me to grow because fashion is something that keeps evolving every day. So, and no matter how much you learn, there are new things that are coming up every day. So that's why I joined the challenge. At least that will still help me to you know broaden my skills too. Thank you.
All right. I think I like the brand names you guys are coming up with. They are easy to remember, memorable. There are a number of brand names I can easily remember. Having I'm having come in contact with your brands. So I think everyone so far has introduced themselves. If there's anyone still yet to introduce themselves, please just call my attention. Then I would. Uh, has Rejoice introduced herself? Rejoice, have you introduced yourself? I think she was one of the first persons. Yeah, she has. Yeah, she has.
I have not, sir.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. I think Auntie Exotic as well. So go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma. Um,
Yeah, good evening.
my name is Eunice Abimbola. My brand name is New Fun West. I am based in Ilorin. I am into female wears as well as children wear with sport wears. I came out about this challenge through a mentor. And what attracted me to the challenge is the fact that even though I am competing, I'll still be able to learn along the way. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice to meet you. So
Thank you.
let's take T Exotic. I'll bring you on the stream now. Yeah, welcome on board, man. Can we meet you?
Yes, good evening, Master. Titilayo Kolawole, with my brand name T Exotic. That is it shows on the drink. I'm a fashion designer. I clicked on it on Instagram to know. I know this wow challenge through the Instagram, and
Okay.
yes, that inspired me of compete with others to know how good I am, and at the same time to learn and increase my skills. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, nice to meet you. I'm
Welcome.
excited to meet everyone. We have others in the challenge. There are some persons that joined our test run that are not here. So one way you can catch um, whatever has been discussed here is to watch the replay. So the replay will be available on Cut and Sew, like a pro with Susan Fawehinmi, I think, on YouTube. There are several videos there. We have, if I'm not mistaken, we have close to 200 videos to upload in the coming weeks. So a lot of videos will be available for you to learn from Madam Susan. Um, some of those videos were actually paid online courses, but because of the vision and where we are heading to, we've decided to make some of those videos available on YouTube. So you get to learn a whole lot from her in those videos. Those videos took hours, sleepless nights to record and to put together. So it's premium content that'll be going on YouTube. So peradventure, if you're not already a subscriber of that YouTube channel, immediately after this live stream, ensure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell. So if you are also watching us live, please um, subscribe and turn on the notification bell as well. We want to get this channel um, to 2,000 subscribers before the end of this challenge. Is that doable? So I believe that we should be able to get this channel to 2,000 subscribers before the end of this challenge. So right away, I would like to bring up Madam Susan. She'll be taking us through certain aspects of this challenge. Also, at some point, she would go into a mentorship session. So, if you have questions about your fashion business, you've always wanted to ask a more experienced fashion designer, you'll be having that opportunity in the course of this um, live stream to do that. So, Madam Susan, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cut and Sew Like a Pro Challenge. My name is Susan Fawehinmi, and I'm the CEO and Credit Director of Wild Couture and the head coach at Wild Fashion. Welcome you all to this challenge, and I pray that God will give us a very now. I know you're wondering. I actually decided to do this to create a foundation for knowledge and skill development for upcoming fashion designers to grow their business and also create opportunity to
See me
teach
go bring my food. Why they chop for your side? They do my thing.
and business and also giving back to the community because it's as you grow and what you do, there's this sense of giving back and also brand positioning and doing brand in a certain way. So that is one of the reasons why I decided to do this cut and sew like a pro challenge. Now I'll be taking you through all the tasks that I'll be doing. So for task number one, it's gonna be a corporate casual boss lady outfit with like a trouser and a top. That will be the illustration that is already on the participant group. So you see that is what we'll be doing first. So things you'll be needing to carry out that task will be 4.5 yards of Mikado silk because we're using two colors. You can decide any color you want to use. For the one I'm doing, I'm using red and gold. So I got 3.5 yards of the red and 1 yard of the gold. So you need your thread, zip, hairstay, hem gum, paper stay, and all the other things that you're needing as you go along. Then task two will be an evening dress. I know some of you, I don't know the level you are in your business, the kind of things you do for your clients, but this will be an opportunity for you to learn how to make an evening dress. So you will be doing that, and it's also like a Victorian corset like dress. So you'll be learning a lot of techniques, including beading, stoning, how to embellish a dress. For that challenge, we'll be needing 5 yards of suede fabric, beads, stones, thread, boning, hairstay, paper stay, zip, then ready-made bra cup. Then the fourth challenge is a traditional outfit. Now, the conventional traditional outfit, what we used to do back then, now is in another level. If you're not doing what is trendy right now in our traditional outfit, you'll be laid back. And for you to be able to charge a customer, for them to be able to pay you thousands of naira for one outfit, there must be things you're doing. Nobody pays for nothing, so to speak. They you have to present something that will make them pay you. So that traditional outfit is regularly worn by brides, celebrants, bride's mom, groom's mom. So such kind of outfits is what we'll be doing. So we have we'll either use you can either use a George fabric, which like it comes in like a set, then or you use 5 yards of lace fabric. You can pick any lace of you want, no matter how even cheap it is. We'll boost it up by what you'll be doing on it. So you need your beads, thread, zip, boning, eyelets, copper wire, beads, stones, crinoline, net to carry out that challenge. Then we have the eviction tax challenge, which is the fourth one. It will be a red carpet dress. So we can either use lace or plain fabric to do it. Then you get embellishment of your choice: beads, stones, hairstay, lining, thread, and paper stay, and what have you. Then foam and red-made bra cup. Then for the final tax, which is the last one, we'll be having a custom-made celebrant outfit. Now, for that outfit, it's going to be tactful because we'll be building the fabric from scratch. So we'll be using corset net as our base fabric. Then we'll now work to embellish it to give it that custom-made look fit for a celebrant. So you will be seeing through all that. So that will be a corset. So you're planning to learn a lot of worthwhile techniques and things that you can use in your business to scale it up. Because in the fashion industry, the only reason someone will pay you more than what you're worth right now, it is the value that you're giving to them. So I'll be teaching you some other techniques, the business aspect of fashion, how to actually build your business to that level. So okay, let me go into that now. So to start and build your fashion business, the first step that you need to do is to decide and make up your mind that you want to do this, because it's not an easy process. Fashion designing is very rigorous, it's draining, sometimes it can be frustrating, and it's time consuming. It's something that you would have to put your mind to and decide that this is what I want to do. After that decision has been made, the next step is for you to acquire skill. You need to acquire the knowledge for you to be able to start the business. Now you can enroll in a fashion school, which is preferable than will I say apprenticeship, because for the time, well, it all depends on the person involved. You can apply in a apprenticeship program and still get the benefits to the fullest. But I would suggest a fashion school, and the type of fashion school you apply to, one that are open to knowledge, that they can train you, and at 1 year you're on the right standing. Then you have to challenge yourself. Now I'm saying this because of, even in my own fashion school, there are some people that come, the intention is not clear. Some of them come just to be living home. They're tired of sitting down at home. They are not coming with that goal in mind that I want to start up my business. They come with the goal that let me just be doing this one pastime. That is not how it should. For what people make out of the industry right now is something that if you say this is what you want to do, you should put your mind to it and get the best out of it. So you have to challenge yourself, go for higher goal, to say, okay, this is what I've achieved. These are the because as they're teaching you, there's a lot of resources online that you can also use. Challenge yourself, do the assignment that has been given to you, because a lot of people, if you give anybody, they will have excuses why they will not do it. My husband sent me somewhere, my child was not feeling well, there was no light. I hear that a lot. But for some, they put all they got because they know what they want to make out of it. So before you go out to say I want to enroll in a fashion school or acquire more knowledge, know the reason why you're going for it. Then you need to practice. I have a saying, there's a saying, practice makes perfect. No, it makes progress. As long as you practice, you will make progress. At least you will get to know a new technique and be able to practice. So practice, practice, practice is the key to knowing what to do in fashion, because fashion is hands-on. It's not a theoretical presentation. No, it's hands-on, practical work. So you need to practice and build yourself and be teachable. There are some people that are not teachable. I've seen, and it happens more in the, especially when I have like most advanced students. You came to learn, but when you are being taught, you want to start teaching. But what I tell such people is that if you knew it, you won't come to register. You found that there was a void in yourself. That was why you came to register. So be teachable. Learn what you, if someone is doing something that is ahead of you, that is the reason why you went there. So you should calm down and learn, be teachable, and also be humble to learn. Sometimes some people are too puffed up. They will be like, boy, you came paid money and the idea was for you to learn. So you need to be humble to learn. Then you need a good foundation. I've had issues with a lot of my advanced students based on where they went to learn. If you decide that this is what you want to use to earn your millions, I believe you should invest in the foundation. Even for a builder, once the foundation is wrong, at the long run, the building collapses and everything that you have put in it is gone. Time, money, and peradventure there's no life lost in the process. That's why you need a good foundation. Know the school that you're going to. At least know someone that at least referring you to that place that yes, they can actually deliver on what they're saying. I've heard stories of there was an issue on Instagram one time of someone calling out a fashion house, a fashion school that charges so high, but at the end of the day, they don't teach anything. I don't know how true that is, but apparently a friend of mine, the younger sister too, attended that, and that was the same complaint that, or they present themselves big and even at their graduation, you be marveled, but there was no value that was taught in the whole process. So get a good foundation and be ready to relearn and unlearn. Unlearn some wrong teaching and relearn, because most times as the years goes by, we tend to new development happens. So if there's need be on learning what you've learned before that was actually moving you forward, and this is a new knowledge that has come, you need to relearn it. Like back then, there was nothing like corsets. Fine, I even used to do it back then, but it wasn't common. But now that is a trend. So even there are a lot of people that have been in business for years, this corset they find it difficult to achieve it. So you need to relearn, unlearn whatever you're doing that is not right. Unlearn it and relearn something new. To then also build team spirit. Now, the team spirit in the sense that you are in a fashion school, at least you have other colleagues. If you part ways, you can still go back or even go back to this fashion school. I even have a lot of my students that they come, they can disturb my life. They come, this is what I want to do, please help me. I just tell them, do this, do this, do this. This is what you should charge for this that you're doing. Don't go and sell yourself cheap, because whoever you're sewing clothes for now was sewing somewhere. And I bet you whatever you're going to give to person is better than what they've been giving the person. So don't sell yourself cheap. Know your worth. Then in the fashion industry as a whole, there are different aspects. It's not just sewing that is in the fashion industry, but most times it's being understood that it's just sewing, just gonna learn how to sew. No, you can actually streamline and do one thing. Now, you can choose a career path in the fashion industry. Now, in the career path, there are designers, there are pattern drafters, there are cutters, there's fashion management, there's fashion tutors, there are fashion stylists, there are illustrators, there are joiners and machinists, there are beaders and finishers. Now, in my own business, I have people that occupy this, or what I'm just calling. Now, I'm the designer and I'm also the cutter because I prefer. For now, I used to have someone that cut for me, but she traveled, and uh, I'm still looking for someone that can replace, because an outfit can be ruined just with a bad cut, and I'm not ready to take that risk. I've built my confidence in the eyes of my customers to take that risk, that allowing someone to just cut and mess, because it's very shameful for a customer to come for fitting, and the problem of the cloth is in the cotton. It's different that the cloth is too big that you just have to go and shape, or it's too tight you have to open. But if the problem of the cloth is coming from a bad cut, it's terrible. It doesn't prove your worth at all. So I do my cutting myself. I take that time to do it. The pattern drafters can also work as a cutter. There's some I used to have a pattern drafter also. So what they do is just to draft the pattern, interpret the style, then the cutter takes over. But a pattern drafter can also be a cutter. Then you have fashion managers. Now, you necessarily don't need to know how to sew, but if you can manage people, you can actually work. But it's a more advantage that you can sew to manage another person's fashion business. Then you have the fashion tutors. You can work in a fashion school. Like one of my teachers, she was actually an ex-student that was good, and when she looked at, she said she doesn't, learning and doing. She said it's too time consuming, that she's not ready to start up her own business. And I gave her the opportunity to teach, and she loves it. So you can decide to teach other people also. Then as a business owner, you can have your own fashion school. So that's the plus for you. Then fashion stylist. Now, there are some people that are not necessarily fashion designers. They are fashion stylists. They can be employed by a celebrant to take care of their outfits. So that fashion stylist employs a designer to design for the client. Now, there are some people that are gifted when it comes to styling. They can look at you and say, okay, this is what we'll go for. The theme of how you want to look and all that. So they are like the bridge between the fashion designer and the fashion stylist. It wasn't something that was there before, but it's now in our industry. Abroad it's there, that's been there for ages, but it's just coming strong in our own country now. That as a celebrant, you can say, okay, I'm employing this designer to take care of my look for that day. So is that stylist now that goes to a designer to but it's more like a luxurious thing, because it's a service that you pay for. Back then, as a celebrant, you go to market, buy your fabric, go to the designer. This is what I want to sew. But now they're bringing in that fashion stylist, and it's working. So we have the likes of Swanky Jerry. We have there are a lot of, and as a fashion designer, you can also work as a fashion stylist, but you have to stretch yourself, because it's something that you have to go to the client. It's a lot of work. If you're in the forefront of your own business, it's not something, well, you can give it a try. Then we also have the illustrators. The illustrators are the ones that the illustrator also can work with a fashion designer or work with a fashion stylist. They can actually put your thoughts down for you. So if you say, this is what I want to look like, this is how I want the neck to be, this is how, you can actually describe what you want to an illustrator, and the person will bring it to life, whether hand sketching or 3D design. So you can actually work, if you are a good artist, you can draw, It's something that now all the things I'm calling are taking shape in our fashion industry now. Back then, it just used to be I'm a tailor or a fashion designer. Yeah, it's limited there. You struggle to do everything yourself, but now you can actually diversify and um, create that division of labor in your business. Then we have the joiners and machinists. Now those ones are, I would say, tailors. They after the cutter have cut and all, they are the ones that join everything together. Then we also have bidders and finishers. Now I've come to realize that the major work of fashion designing, running a business, they are like bidders and finishers are one of the most important flow of work that can happen in your business. If you lack those people, you find out that it slows down the process of clo- uh, satisfying customer with timing, because the clothes can be ready from a tailor, but if the finishers and the bidders have not done their own part, it can be collected. So finishers and joiner, and to come into this aspect of the fashion industry, you don't even you can be trained on the job. Like I know I've trained a lot of young girls that finished secondary school. They were like, okay, before I'm waiting for jam for to enter into the university. I train them how to bead and how to finish clothes. You don't have to be a tailor to be able to do that. But there's more advantage if you're a tailor, because most of my finishers, they are actually tailors that I converted to doing that to ease the work for me. So you can decide to fall into any of this thing and work for an outfit, or if you're an entrepreneur, or if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you can start off and now employ these people as you grow. Now, fashion, you can start small, just you, your machine, and you get clients, and so forth. You can start that small. But if you have the capacity to start a clothing line or get a shop, and the business is in two ways. It's either you are a bespoke designer or you have a ready-to-wear brand, but you can combine the two and as one. And then you can do bespoke and also have your ready-to-wear brand, which I do. I have my ready-to-wear brand, but I also have I provide services for Ashobi, Celebrant, and all that. But I also have my ready-to-wear brand, which by next year I'll be launching fully, because I've seen that it's something. Uh, I don't even post it on online. My customers buy them up. So, but from next year, I want to go in a larger capacity. So I will be producing hundreds of each design. That is my goal for next year, which is already in place. So if you're an entrepreneur, you can start the business and employ. So you are the risk taker. If you have the capacity, you can do that. Then you can, well, after starting your business, you can start small and grow, which is the best, so that you can know the risk to take. And I've seen a lot of people, and I've understood that fashion business is not just all about having money to start. You can rent a shop, employ tailors. It doesn't work that way most times, because those tailors that you are hoping on don't have the same goal and aspiration as you. They were just to make money weekly, and they're they're not having that same goal. And I've seen like my customer. I used to have a customer that she was a banker. She had a fashion. I was even making clothes for her at some point. I didn't even know she had a fashion house. Her showroom was in Lekki. Her production center was in Aja. But I was one making her clothes. It was later when she packed up, she told me that, do you know, I used to have a fashion. And I said, why did you close? She said the tailors frustrated her out of the business. So it's not all about just having money. There are systematic ways to run. I've been in this business for so long and I understand traits of people, how people behave towards, even as little as there's success. There's a way there's some tailors that will mess you up because I don't know, maybe that's just their own makeup. So you need to, if you have that entrepreneurial spirit, you need to be able to manage people to move your business forward. So the other things that you can do is to um, create workflow. Now, when you start your business, how does the business run daily? If you're creating service business, like people bring materials to you to sew, like ashobi, celebrant clothes and all that, you need to create workflow daily, so that, because you've obviously given the client a date for collection, so you need to create that into your workflow daily, which will help your business move smoothly. Then also you can you also need to, as entrepreneurs, you like to do things yourself. I've been in that situation at some point when I started. I because I want things done in a certain way. I tend to, okay, I will do this. I'll cut. When it comes to when they say somebody's a Jackie, that I was that kind of person. I can do everything I need to do, and I started small. After my university days, I was actually still when I was in school, but I didn't really publicize it like that because I needed to still concentrate in school. I just used to sew for a few mature women in my school then. So when I finished, I, I gave it all that I could. So I was someone that if a customer is coming to pick up a cloth, I can cut. I'll just tell somebody, come for me. Then I will finish it and probably deliver. I was that kind of person. So I found that it was weighing me down, and then it would zap your strength. So you need to like what's the word now? Um, Allow other people do things for you. So when I started getting tailors, I always give them things to do so that I don't overwork myself. So that's how you create workflow, daily workflow, so that once you resume work, you know the tasks to be done. So that you don't come and tailors are waiting for you and all that. So you have to when you're doing your business, you have to give ample time for collection of clothes, because if you give 1 week, it depends on your status. If you're married, you have children, you cannot um you cannot give short collection time, because you don't know uncertainties that can happen. Peradventure your child falls ill, you have to go to the hospital. Or if you yourself falls ill, do you continue working? No. So what you need to do is to give ample time to collection, so that you can balance your productivity. So you also need to employ more hands as you grow. Don't just if your capacity is to have like 5 tailors, be open to it. Don't get stuck with one tailor and you keep disappointing the customer. The more you disappoint the customer, the less money flows into your hands. So you need to, if your capacity is growing, okay, I need to bring in more tailor, I need to bring in more finishers, I need to bring, like in my own business now, I have a lot of tailors. I know that what I need more is finishers, because as I'm speaking right now, I have over 40 or 50 outfits ready by tailors, but a customer cannot collect them because the finished work is not yet done on it. So know what to bring in at each point in your business. Then another thing that you can use to, now, self-awareness and realization, where you are in your business, where you want to be, and how you get there. What are the things I need to do to get there? Now, there's this concept of what is called authority pyramid concept. Now, it's a 5 step. If you understand that concept, you know where you are in your business. You know how to get to the next level, and until you get to the top. Now, the fifth level is the generalist stage, where like 90 to 95% of people are. Now, to move up to the specialist stage, you need to acquire knowledge because you need to build yourself. You need to acquire knowledge. You need to be a specialist in what you're doing. And to become a specialist is to acquire knowledge. There's no two way to it. You cannot tell someone that I can do this as well. Okay, talking about our own industry, you cannot tell somebody that you can do a wedding dress and they give it to you, mess it up. Nobody will take it lightly. So you need to acquire if you are specializing that okay, I want to be doing custom made outfits. You need to specialize. You need to acquire that knowledge to take you there. There are some people that are into ready to wear and they make as much as running a bespoke business. If it's a ready to wear brand that you want to run, you can specialize, understand what it takes. Ready to wear is actually as taxful as running a bespoke brand. So specialize and gain knowledge that can take you to that level. Then you have the authority stage. Now, when people get to know you, that this person is a specialist in this, they come to you for that reason. They will take your word for whatever you say. Like for me now, I've been able to build up my brand to the stage that a customer can just come and drop the fabric. Susan, I'm attending a function so day. I want to step out in style. I want to be simple, classy. Tell me, they don't even need to pick a style. I do that. I do it myself because I've taken my time to understand different personality, and just mere talking to you, I can pick what you like, what you don't like, and you can also ask questions. So you can build up your brand to the point that customers can trust whatever judgment you make for them. So that is the authority. Then from that authority, you can get to the celebrity stage, which is the second stage. Now, being a celebrity in your field is that you whatever you say is taken the way you say it. And to get to that level, there are things that you need to do. Like for example, this challenge that I'm doing, I'm actually getting into that because most of you don't know me, but you know me now. So that is a stage. And is an effort. You need to invest in it. You need to use your social media platform. Back in those days where we started business, there was no social media then. Before Facebook came out, and Facebook wasn't. I don't know, but for me, I prefer Instagram. It was the invention of Instagram that changed the whole social media space, and you need to use it to your advantage. Don't just go there and be posting things that doesn't matter to your business or matter to your life. Post things that will generate leads for you. So as if you've gotten to a level in your business, you need to let people know what you're doing. Be an authority in that. And once people get to know you, you the sky is the limit. So you can get to your destination faster when people know and trust what you're doing. Then the last stage is the celebrity authority. Now, when you get to this stage, you yourself you will know it. This is a stage where people want to interview you. People want to know what you're doing. You get endorsement deals from companies. You will know that you have gotten to that stage. So you can know where you are in your business with this authority pyramid concept. So a lot of people are in the generalist state, but for you to move up, you need to specialize and acquire enough skill that will take you to different levels. So if you're considering a career in the fashion industry, you need to be equipped. Nobody employs, even though you don't want to own your own business yet, you want to work for someone. And sometimes it's not everybody that are built to run a business, to be an entrepreneur. It takes hard work, except you're deciding in yourself that this is what I want to do. And I believe, what I won't believe is that entrepreneurship is not even born in anybody. It's your daily decisions that you make to show up. Your daily decisions that say, this is what I want to do. Your discipline, how you discipline yourself, both financially, input in whatever you're doing, that makes you that entrepreneur. So if it's that part you're choosing, then you need to build yourself to get to the goals that you're setting for yourself. Then other things that you need to do is to create achievable goals, short term and long term. If you say to yourself that, okay, in the next 6 months, maybe you're in your house going, you tell yourself that in the next 6 months I want to get a shop where I want people to come and meet me, because in this industry, if people are coming to your house, it's now you can even work in your house. Like me, I work in my house. I live upstairs. My business is downstairs. I did that for convenience because I have children. I'm married, so I don't want to abstract myself so that I'm able to function properly. Back then, I used to have my business separate from. I know how stressful it was, so I decided to put it in one place. So I live upstairs. So my downstairs is set for my business. So customer come and I have my time limits, except I give you that preference to come at an odd hour. Or aside that I have when I close. So when you're doing your business in your house, that people come to sit in probably in your parlor, or it doesn't speak well. But in even though your apartment is small, you can create a section that is not including to your then encroaching into your personal space, so that you can have that space as your business consultation area. It demands more respect, and there's a way people think. Someone that is coming to your house to give you clothes to sew, they're already calculating. You're not paying rent. You don't have staff. You are, there's the way they think. So even though you are charging, so they will not want to pay. But if someone is coming to a shop to meet you, all those things are putting in check also. Oh, she's going to pay rent. She's have her staff. This, she's running generator. She's doing this. It actually places you in a better space, so you can create long-term goals. Okay, in the next 5 years, where do I want to be? If I want to be I want to be known. I want to be a household name. But being a household name is not just to people. You need to work your way through. Being a household name, that in every 100 home, one person is using you as a designer. So if that's your goal, you have to work towards it. In my own community, I know I make most of my clients are Igbo people, which is very good for my business. So in this community, most of them know the name Wow, but not all of them have come yet. Some based on maybe um, um, she's too expensive. I can't afford it. How can I pay so much? I'm not calling everybody. That is me. I'm not. I don't want to solve for everybody. I want people that appreciate value. Some people just want to wear clothes. How it is, it don't concern them. If they should be, as long as they're wearing their should be. But there's some people that I make clothes for, that even the celebrant recognize that they came for the party. So that's the kind of people that I enjoy to work with. So I'm not calling everybody to come to me. So create your goals, long term, short term, that are achievable. Don't create goals that even you yourself thinking of it, you're not seeing it happening. Then understand your personality. This is very crucial. Now, when you understand your personality, you will know what to change for your growth, for your business growth. Now, you have to be self-driven, motivated, Nobody's going to motivate you. You cannot, even simple waking up in the morning and starting your day is an you need to be motivated. Some people wake up and lie on the bed and still stay there, eyes open for another 2 hours. They won't go and take their bath or do anything. So to be motivated is to set your goals, daily goals. Okay, today I want to achieve this, achieve. You have to be self-driven. You have to be confident and believe in yourself. I can do this. Nobody will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. I've not heard someone say I don't believe my well. Who can encourage you just to get you to be better? But if you don't encourage yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, you go nowhere. Then you have to be proactive. You have to be able to take risk. Business is all about risk. If you at the point you're deciding, okay, I want to go and take this shop, what makes you feel that taking that shop is the is the next step for your business? But you are looking at it that okay, if I take this, is a calculated risk. You can have seen a situation. It hasn't happened to me. It wasn't. It was an experience that I actually learned a lot from. I wanted to get a place in Sule. I want to get another well for basically for my fashion school. I went, I called an agent. I said, look for a place I wanted to do because people were encouraging me that get a shop in Sule that it's a good place and all that. I just wanted to give it a try. I said, for me, if you put money somewhere it doesn't work, you've learned something. At least you will not do it again, or you will know the next strategy to use. I took a place, but I feel what happened was wrong timing. That was 2020 COVID year. I took a place in December to start up in January. Before you know, lockdown happened. COVID came. Everything went south. Everybody knows what happened during COVID year. How especially fashion designers suffered the most because no function was happening, and you you just have to make all the things I was doing that period. I had to stop. Even all the weddings that I was making things for were postponed. Everybody was at home. It was a rough year for a lot of people. So it was a decision I made, and I wouldn't say I regretted it, but I think I learned something that I before maybe you should just wait and maybe prayerfully execute. I wouldn't say I was just going for my goal. Like I said, I prayed well or I listened. I wouldn't say, but it was a journey that I learned something from. So you need to take risk. If this was calculated risk, so that you don't lose all you put in. And if you will see like networking, the era of MMM, and people took risk. A lot of people lost uh, at the end of the day, big time. Some people gained. So it all depends. So that some people that did MMM, some people have a salt experience of it. Some people will say, that time they made a lot of money. So it all depends. So take calculated risk and be proactive. Know your next step. Don't just be laid back and listen. Make conscious effort to make progress. If it's okay, I want to build my social media uh, platform. What are the things I need to do? If it's sponsored ad, do it. If it's posting every day at a particular time, do it. Be consistent. Those are the things that would, as in, build up your confidence in what you're doing. Then be goal oriented and future focused. Okay, in the next 6 months, what do I want to achieve in my business? Think it through. What are the steps to achieving those things? What are the things I need to do? If you say, okay, your business is online, okay, I want to grow my page from, let's say, 6,000 to 10,000 in that the new followers, or okay, I need to be posting what they want to see. I need to do sponsor that to let more people know that I'm here. As in, take um, steps that takes you to the next level, and be passionate about what you're doing. So, and they'll say passion. Well, in this our country now is what's the word now? It's not passion that is driving a lot of people. They always want to make ends meet. So you see some people, they will be struggling in the business, but because they know that fashion is making money for other people, they will join it. Whether they have the passion for it, as long as they're making money, they're fine. But when you have passion for what you're doing, if obstacles come, you are able to still stand. It's because I have passion for what I'm doing. That's why when you are even frustrated today, tomorrow things will happen, you will be alive again. So you need to have passion for what you're doing. Then be accountable to yourself. Now, as a business owner, nobody is questioning you on what you're doing, but you have to be accountable to yourself in the sense that you you wake up every morning and you be accountable in the sense that, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this. Nobody's going to question you if you don't do it. You can sleep all you want, but just know that the less you do today, the more you have to do tomorrow. So let every day count for what you're doing. So that's how to be accountable to yourself. Then, as a fashion designer, you have to build your creativity. Don't just sit and be laid back. You need to build that creativity. I, like myself, when I started in business, I was the joiner, the cutter, the finisher. I was everything because I started small. So well, I had a shop because I used to work with my mom. I had a shop. If a client comes, I don't really have the time to sit down to consult with the person. That's how I was able to build my creativity. I'll just tell you, okay, where are you attending? Where are you wearing this clothes? The person tells me, okay, it's a wedding. The type of fabric the person brings already give me an idea of what I want to do. I also, don't worry, I will design something. And as young as I was, they believed me because when they come back, I stretch my thoughts because I feel I'm a deep thinker. I try to imagine, okay, what this thing would look like, and I allow the material speak to me. Material actually do speak because sometimes a customer brings something I don't even know what I want to do at the point I'm looking at it as me and the person is talking. But what I do, I already have a standard pricing of what I use. So they know, okay, I charge, for example, I charge 75,000 naira if I'm making just some material. I'm not adding anything. I'm just going to use the material. Then if I'm doing accessory, it now depends on the price of the accessory that I want to put. I'll add a fee. If I'm bidding, depending if it's full bidding. So they know this thing. Okay, if you come, what do you want me to bid? You want me to put accessory? Once that I tell you the price, then I always decide on my own what I want to do. And they've trusted my judgment over time. Most of my customers have been with me for 10, 15 years. They're still with me just for that reason. Some of them will be like, well, if I go somewhere else, they will say I should be picking style. Well, let me go where I will just drop material and go. When I come, I'm satisfied with what they have made for me. And I use that to build confidence in my customer because they know I know the job. Where you can easily lose a customer if you don't know the job. The person might come, packaging might bring the person. You do one outfit for, and if it's messed up, the person won't come back again. But if you prove yourself, imagine somebody comes for fitting. You as a business owner, you are calling a tailor to come and look at the problem. There's a problem already because the person can never be confident in whatever you are doing. In the mind of that person, I will never come here to make clothes again. But as a business owner, the person is testing the clothes. You call a tailor and say, go and do this, go and do this. The person has more confidence in you than you are acting like a novice in the business. So that's why knowledge, you shouldn't, and that is one of the benefits that you'll be gaining from this cut and sew, because I'll be showing you a lot of techniques how to get things done easily and perfectly done. So there are a lot of things to build your business. You have to be friendly with your customers. Now, the way our business run, if you're the one that puts in input into the business, you find that it's very stressful. Sometimes a tailor might be doing something wrong and you're already pissed, getting agitated, and a customer walks in. You have to try and build that friendly atmosphere. I know me, I've been found wanting on it also, that some customer will complain that she doesn't smile. They don't even know what is going on in my head. If I wasn't imputing anything in the job, I can sit down with you and be gisting and laughing. But when I know you're coming and the tailor is not giving me what I want at that point, you get agitated, you get pissed. So sometimes they meet you in that state, but you just have to come off it. And a lot of my customer now understood that some days that they meet me and I'm all chit chatting with the one that I did the same woman and that I came the other time. So I try now to, because it's all about brand. It's the atmosphere you keep your customer that will make them come back. So you also develop the ability to network. And another key to growing your business is this: you can liaise with other businesses, like a fabric seller. If you maybe you go to Lagos Island or people near you, you can decide. There's what gift does. If you meet the business owner and say, okay, let me sew something for you free for you to know my work, so that as customer comes, you can refer them to me. That's the plus for you. You can also, like, if you are a ready to wear brand, you can liaise with a boutique owner that sells foreign outfits. I can give you some of my products, because right now Nigerians love to wear Nigerian made things. That's what I've noticed. It's even in as much as Turkey wear or American wear are expensive, but there's this sense of too many people having it. But if it's a ready to wear brand that produce limited numbers, you're sure, okay, how many people they would have made it for? But a cloth that is a ready made, they probably have made 2,000 of it. And what's the odds that you go to a party, somebody else not wearing it? So you can liaise with other business. Okay, help me sell my ready, but you take a percentage when you sell, and you're building this. And another key factor that can boost your business is social media. Nobody can close somebody's eyes from seeing what you're doing, except Instagram itself. Because the way the algorithm work is that even though you have 10,000 followers, when you post, it might just be 1,000 people that will see it, or even 500 people, because they want you to do sponsored ad. That's why you see a lot of sponsored ad online. Now, once you sponsor your ad, you can make 10,000 people see what you post daily. So it's an investment that you need to make, and you have to be consistent in it. You don't spend 10,000 and you expect the whole Instagram to come to your table. No, it's consistency. The first time you might probably do it, nobody might even ask you anything. But if you are consistent, somebody sees the day the person wants that product, you will remember, "Ah, there's this page that I used to see." And sometimes, even me, if I'm going on Instagram, I see something I want, I don't need it at that point. I just save it. So at the time I need it, I will just go and check on my saved list and bring out when I need it. So you have to be consistent for people to see. Like they say, as big as Coca-Cola is, they still do adverts. Everybody in this world probably know what Coca-Cola is, but they still do adverts. So you need to put yourself out there. You can be in a hole, yeah, as long as you have social media in your hand, on your phone. There's no stopping you. People don't need to see where you're operating from. But you need to buy. There's a girl I see on Instagram. I see her on Reels, where she shows where she actually lives. and how she snaps what she's selling, put out there. Now, what she did in that, she's creating content, because I know she would appeal to a lot of people that are in that same condition, that they don't have where to a beautiful place. What she does, she just put a backdrop, lay something on the floor, she's using her phone. Now, if you get a good phone with a good camera, like, and she comes outside, the place you will see it and you won't want to go there. But when she finishes, she will now show the final picture of what you would think is in one fantastic place. So there's no stopping you as long as you have social media. It's something that you can use to your advantage. Don't just post random things that don't make sense. Be intentional about your posting. What is this post supposed to do for you? You need to check whatever you're posting out there. Create a perception. That's why you see some people, they'll say they're in their real life, they're suffering, but on Instagram they look rich. Yes, because that's the perception they created in your head. But the day you jam them in real life, you know that you are better off. But the person created that perception, and that is how you should also build your business and work towards what you're creating. If your space is not that your location, you can have a goal that by next year I want to move to a better environment. And if you're posting that make believe, also make it you believe it also at the end of the day. So you have to develop your communication skill also. Now, some customers they can look you down if you don't know how to communicate. There's a way, it's humans generally. I won't say customer, humans generally. How you communicate, tell the next person how the person react to you. So you need to build up your communication skill. You have to be confident in yourself. You have to be self-motivated. You have to be disciplined. And creativity in our fashion, you have to build that to satisfy your clients. They are not coming to you because they love you. That's why you see nasty fashion designers, they still have customers. The only reason why the customer is coming to take that shit is because the person is delivering on what he is doing, it's creating value. Because ordinarily, they will not. Why would somebody come to where they're not being appreciated, or to meet a nasty person? They can't. Ordinarily, nobody will go there, but they will swallow their own pride and still go back to the designer just because the person has value that is offering. If you, I know, tailoring is like a one chance thing. If you take your clothes on, they spoil it, they spoil it. If you take the grace of God that they can correct it for you to be able to wear it, but it creates that uh, what's it called? That convincing spirit in you. Will I go back there? But that's why I'm saying that it depends on the cut. If a customer comes and fits their clothes that it's just too tight or it's too loose, just go and hold it. That is showing error. But cutting error, once the person where it looks like that decision is being made that this person can never see me again. And how do you build your brand if you don't have returning customers? You need that returning customer to accumulate your customer base. So it's not just a question of you looking for new customer. The people that run after new customer all the time is because you're not satisfying the one you already made. And you can also create what's it called? Maybe if you didn't satisfy this customer at this point, you can offer a discount. Okay, sorry, the next one you make, I'll remove something for you just to and women love discount. Generally, humans we love discount. We love that preferential treatment. So there's a way you will approach the person, and the person will calm down, and you can probably see. And if you have customers that complain a lot about what you're doing for them, and they are coming back to you, it's not that you're not doing it right. is because of the pricing. Now, understand when people want to put you in a box. I've heard a customer have told me one time that I was still younger. I was creating my space. I was changing my space at that point. And listen, what she said was in her words was, what are you doing? This level where you don't come, where you don't reach, never reach you. I'm like, what? As in, if you know what is in my head, you will not even hear me say. So people would tend to put you in a box, but don't allow that. But you don't have to be rude or anything. But know your goal, know where you're going to, and you have to improve on yourself. So you have to hold yourself accountable, then create value to yourself. By creating value, you will build your personal brand. And that's improving your skill, acquiring more knowledge, use resources available online and offline. Make conscious effort to make your skill, acquiring more knowledge, put in your best effort. Put in the best effort, not only your best. Your best might not be good enough, but the best effort that is available, you put in that best. Know your worth. Discipline yourself to make sacrifice. Now, this is one part that a lot of people don't. Financial discipline, input, stretch out yourself. Now, when it comes to, I remember one time a tailor of mine, he was complaining that he wanted to go to school, and I was like, why you not going? As in, why don't you go to school? He said that he doesn't have anybody to sponsor. I said, where's your father? He said, listen, and you're wearing gold. I told him, I was like, and you buy gold all the time. I said, why can't you save that money and go and pay, even though it's polytechnic or college of education, whatever, go and put in. And he said, yeah, see person will go sponsor him. I said, then you're not ready to go to school. You're working. You can work and still go and do part-time. Because presently I have tailors that are actually doing part-time. They don't work on Saturday because they go to school. So you need to, I have one of my staff just came back from school. Anytime she's on break, she comes and work. And after she goes back to school. So you need to be disciplined. Know what you want in your life and put that effort. So don't settle for less. Put in the best effort. Don't allow people putting you in a box. Don't allow people limit your dreams and aspiration. Because a lot of times, like your customers, some can be doing you bad by not introducing you to somebody else that is probably richer than them. In their thoughts, even start to the store for this person, you're not going to remember me again. There are people like that. That's why you need to advertise yourself. And advertisements, you can use yourself. When you wear good things, you go to places. People that love good things will ask you, where did you get this from? It's not hard. People, women always appreciate other women that wear good things. They will always ask because they too want to look that way. So you can use yourself as a showcase to boost your business. You can use social media. I keep saying social media. Even your status, your WhatsApp status. If you're selling something and you put it every day, you're consistent, people will ask you. And give your number, collect numbers from people that are worth it. So that's part of how you can build yourself. So you have to build trust and credibility. And how do you do that? Let people be able to trust when you say this, it is what it is. Now, in tailoring, in the fashion world, they know tailors to as equivalent to liars. That's why I said give ample time to collection. Because if you're giving somebody 2 weeks, in that 2 weeks, is that the only job you got? So you have to check your timing. Don't give everybody, assuming you have 20 jobs that came in and you give everybody 2 weeks. How do you cope? How do you, if you don't have the capacity to meet that need? And before you know it, they'll come today, it's not ready, come the next day, it's not ready. So you have to cut all that off, let them build trust, build that credibility. When they say, if she gives you 1 month, because I do 1 month. for my own convenience. I'm not going to use your own. If it was too urgent, you would have brought it earlier. And give them. And most times, even though I reject a job, I find that they still eventually leave it for me to do. They say, okay, I will come when you say. But sometimes people just want to tell you a further date so that that things can be ready. But try to prove yourself that you can deliver on the times that you tell them. I know it can come, uncertainty can happen, but you can build yourself that people trust you. They say, okay, if she says 2 weeks, 2 weeks is ready. And you also have to build brand perception. How do you want people to perceive you? Create that perception. Don't let them have the perception that you're not a trustworthy person. You don't keep to your words. It's you that can do that. Nobody will do it for you. Let them understand, okay, if peradventure you're not even delivering, I do it. I'll call you. Please don't come. Listen, things didn't work out the way I planned. I'll reschedule another date. And they will be happy because when they come in not ready, they say, you would have called me. So before they say that, make that arrangement to cut off that distrust. Now, in building your value for yourself, you need to work on your appearance. A lot of people look too tacky. I've realized among women, when you look like them, when it comes to status, if you're charging them, that is the watch you're giving to them. They don't complain. But when they come and they look you down and you're telling them one ridiculous amount, they won't want to pay you. So that's why you need to build yourself to look in a certain way. Invest in yourself, invest in your look. If you're buying a good hair to wear, I don't see that as lavish spending. I see it as investment because there's a way women, the way they perceive when they see another woman looking good. You can now come to that leverage with them. If you put your price, they will pay. But in putting your price, are you delivering on the value? That is my own listen. Just that, okay, you just want to everybody is charging online. They're charging. I've seen people that say they're charging 1 million naira. Listen, can you deliver on that kind of clothing if you don't improve what you're doing? And is it everybody that is around that can avail to spend that kind of money on clothes? So don't try to live somebody else's dream while you have not put in the work. So you can build on yourself. And ways that you can do that, especially putting yourself out there to be noticed. Social media, you can get to wherever you're going to. And that's why you see now celebrities that are being born, that you see that are coming without social media, they cannot function. Because you're wondering what is this person known for? You are wondering, but it's known because the person is using their social media well. So you can create that to build your business. Then you'll be knowledgeable about other subjects. Sometimes some customer can come with a worry. If you're able to advise and that advice is tangible, they will respect you. If you're saying things outside the fashion and is knowledgeable, they will respect you for that. Then you have to create value for your customer. Now I've put this, it's called the 4 F's of satisfying your clients. Number 1 is finishing. Supervise your staff so that they are doing exactly what you want them to do. Train them on how you want things to be done. Sometimes as simple as a dart is wrongly put will make the clothes look funny. So you need to teach them. Some people don't have a good foundation. That's what I was talking about in the beginning. They don't have that good foundation to make a perfect outfit. So you need to teach them. They can sew neatly, they can sew straight, but there's some things that make of a good fitting of a cloth. So you can teach them, then encourage fitting session. Fitting, so it's finishing, fit, fair price, and fashion statement. Now encourage fitting session. If a customer can come and fit, let them. Don't say I just package the clothes, because when they are testing it in their house and it's not giving them what they want, you will get a call with insults and anger. But if they're fitting it in your office, you have the opportunity to change or make the adjustments. The fair price. Now, when you talk about pricing, is relative. You can bring out 4 designers to sew one outfit and tell them to put their price on it. Everybody will come up with their different prices.
Bring out
Prices
4 designers to sew one outfit and tell.
now, the prices is relative. Each designer has the same outfit and different prices. There are a lot of functions that can make that happen. Number one, location. For the fact that you are in a certain location, can how you charge. Now, someone that stays in Lekki, even though they're going to do the same thing, or even work, because it is a function of for their location and the caliber of people that are around that place. Someone that is living in Festac, there's a different price the person will give, and the caliber of people that are living in. Someone that is living in Okoko or Mushi, there's a different price, but they can actually do the job the same way. So there are a lot of things that is a function of pricing. So I wouldn't say when you say that you must charge a certain amount. No, some people just make more profit than others. So, but I want to position myself, and you have to position yourself to make more profit, because that's how you see growth. If you're putting in all the effort for less pay, in 10 years you are still in that position. You cannot afford to move. It's higher charges that makes you grow in the business, whether you like it or not, because it's money that a lot of people have lots of dreams, but if you ask them, they'll say they don't have money to achieve it. So you need to put in a price that benefits you, is okay with the customer, and you can improve. Then fashion statement. Now the fashion statement has to also do with your creativity. Follow trend. What is trendy? If as a designer you are right now, you are still sewing the type of style that you are sewing 10 years ago, and then you're not ready to make progress. That's why you need to learn what is happening now. And with this challenge, you will be opened up to a lot of ways that when you sew your clothes for your clients, you will see value. Then you have to impress the clients with your creativity, impress with the fitting, impress with the price, impress with the finishing. Do you know I've seen a awful finished clothes. You as a designer, you can get away with bad finishing and good fit. I've seen clothes like that. Bad finishing, but the fit of the clothes. I remember once I went for a photo shoot for a magazine. When I saw this clothes, I was like, how can somebody collect this clothes from a customer, from a tailor? It was poorly, but when the model wore it, they snapped the picture. The final look, I was shocked beyond my mind. So some people have good fit, but bad finishing. But for you to succeed, you need both the finishing, you need both the fit. That is what will make customer always come back to you. And design. Some people, they just like outrageous design. Whether it's poorly made, they don't care. As long as here is going here, there's structure sleeve, there's feathers, there's accessory, everything, they don't mind. But if that's the kind of client you have, fine. But for the kind of client I have, everything has to be put together. The finishing, the fit, the price, the fashion statement. You need to put all this together for a client to be satisfied and keep coming back to you. Because when it comes to tailoring, fashion, people, they tend to be more confident once you have done this for them. They rather not go anywhere. They will wait for you until you're ready to make their clothes for them. Because I bet you, like my clients, most of them, they've tested outside. Sometimes they've gone out this thing, but they will still come back. I've had a situation with someone back in the day. Then I was overwhelmed with work. Do you know she came to, it was December period, she was traveling. When she came, the clothes were not ready. She swore that she will never, that if she comes back to my shop, then I used to be on Okota Road, that let car hit her. I was like, what kind of swear is this? What have I done so bad like this? Do you know January she was in my shop? The reason is because her husband told her to come back. Because as she went for that December, she was like the queen of the area in all the outfit I made for her. So the husband said, you have to go back there. Well, I believe she didn't tell the husband that she was swearing that way. I was so surprised. So it's what you are giving, the value you are giving to a customer that will make them come back to you. Packaging can bring a customer. Peradventure, you're on the road, you put a fancy shop and outlook, someone will come in. It can only bring a customer once, but it cannot retain that customer if you don't deliver on your packaging, in the sense that you sew the clothes is nice, the fitting, everything was perfect. The customer will not come back. The only thing that keeps your returning customer is how you are presenting your work. So if you use this finishing fits, fair price, and fashion statement, you're good to go. So I have there are a lot of things to cover, but with this, I believe you should. In the subsequent listen, I'll go through all the other things to help you build your brand. So it takes conscious effort in you. I don't want to take too long, because I know we'll be having other things from Mr. Collington, and I hope has it started the giveaway? Have you started the giveaway? You've
Let's do
forgotten
one
about
now.
it. You've forgotten about it. Okay?
Yeah, we're supposed to have one before the. Okay, we're supposed to have one before.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
I can hear.
Hello. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. I'm getting some noise from my end. That's why. Okay. We'll take one of. We have some people on the live stream. Participants, if you can't catch it, you can catch it as well. I'll be sharing my screen now. Our first giveaway. This tea exotic. Will I say you don't put one phone for your corner? We're giving out Airtel and MTN. So if you're watching us live, we'll be taking the first giveaway. So we'll see if we can take maybe like two or three. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see it.
All right. Fastest fingers. The first person to load the card. So once you load it, whether you are on the live stream or you are in this or you are on YouTube watching us, let us know that you have successfully loaded the card. I will not tell you the network we are doing first. So the next thing you will see on my screen will be the number boldly written. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yes.
Are we sure we are ready? So are we ready now? Okay, let me see. So we have Airtel. In case you forgotten the code to load Airtel, even me, I don't know it.
Load.
Who has successfully loaded it?
Thank
Who
you.
did?
God bless you.
I know, say now you.
Wow,
Okay,
that's
Tia
nice.
Exotic just successfully loaded Vector for 1,000. So let's take another
You can
one. I want. You saw what?
do the MTN. Another one.
Okay, let's do Vodacom. Any Vodacom user here?
What's Vodacom?
Oh no, we are not telling them the network now. I'm saying Tia Exotic get Glow, Airtel.
No. I only use Airtel.
Okay.
I only use Airtel.
Your husband say get Vodacom. Okay, let's take the next one now. Okay, the next one we are taking is. Are we ready? Who is going to load this one now? Fastest fingers, MTN. If you're watching us live on YouTube in real time, you can attempt. If you're watching on replay, sorry, somebody should have loaded it already. MTN users, are we there?
Please. See card, they flow, they go, nobody has been able to load it.
MTN users, I will take it off. Oh. If nobody loads in the next 2 minutes, only 1,000. Did we get it?
Who's the win?
No MTN user. I'll display it again.
1,000.
Jesus. Many people would have loaded it. Okay, they are still telling you to hold on.
I don't mind to load.
Okay, they have not changed it yet.
MTN users, so nobody can load it.
It has been used.
Who loaded it, please? Comment section. Maybe somebody.
No, it's not me. Not me.
Who loaded the card?
Please, how do they check MTN balance?
Did you load it? You want to Okay. I'll stop sharing my screen now. I don't know if anybody loaded that card. Okay, we have someone on YouTube. They couldn't join the live stream. We have Adeleke Mary Oluwa Bukola. Okay, I know this brand. She's part of the challenge. Then I think we have the only guy, though there's another guy with us. He's also part of the contestant behind the live stream. I think I know this name. She's expecting the giveaway. The giveaway is already here. Okay, sorry that we could not take the giveaway early enough. So we'll take Airtel now. So Airtel users, are you ready?
Now you can keep the on this. There's one more thing I want to talk before I go.
Okay. So let's
One,
take one more card.
hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can put it on the screen. They can hear me as I speak. So load the
Okay.
card. You can okay. One powerful thing that I in all that I said. There are still more, but I want to close with this particular thing: the power of prayer, faith, and the grace of God. Now, in all you do, the Bible says that God has given us the power to make wealth. You can ask for grace. And the way I see grace is, let me use this analogy. If you have foodstuff in your house, lots of foodstuff, if you don't stand up, go to the kitchen and prep and cook, you will be hungry, even with all the stuff that you have. That's the same thing with grace. The grace of God abounds. The Bible says that the grace is sufficient. That means it's there. For you to enter into that grace will mean you doing some things that will make you enter into it. If in your field of profession, for you to go up the rank, you need to get a particular certificate. You will go and get it, right? That is the same way with our own business. If it means okay to sow content properly, that will make you gain some kind of clients that will pay you well, because all whether you have passion or whatever for this job, what keeps you going is what you're making that is helping you live your life better. That is what you will go for. So the grace of God is there for anybody to enter into. What you need to do now is prayer for you to enter into that grace. Let it be the revelation, let it be light shown to you that okay, if you do this, you'll be able to. I don't underestimate the power of prayer, praise. It's something I do that has helped me grow into what I'm becoming. And even as a business owner, do you know sometimes you're doing something is not working, an instant prayer can actually change everything. I know sometimes I don't even know what to do. Imagine you have made clothes for someone over and over and over. You're thinking, what will I make with that will impress this person? A little prayer, Holy Spirit, help me have understanding on what I want to do. And boom, before you know it, and then you will get the revelation that you'll be shocked that is it the same brain that was in my head just now that I'm still using? So don't underestimate the power of prayer and exercising your faith. And faith, the Bible says, is works. Your faith is dead if there's no works. So you need to go out there. Everybody that you are seeing in the online space that you are wishing to be like, you are seeing the grace, but the work that they put in, you don't see it. You're just seeing a final this and you're thinking, hey, I wish I can be like this person. You don't ask, what did this person do to get to this point? That is the question you should be asking yourself. Not, hey, I wish I can be, when I grow up, I want to be like, no, ask what did the person do? What are the things? And from the outside, you can see that this is what this person is doing. It takes a whole lot. It takes for you to wake up in the morning, do. Now, in our own industry, I will say everything based on our own industry. If just making a masterpiece, you yourself, you know this is a masterpiece. You've done like a custom made outfit. You do a photo shoot with makeup, good hair, nice location. People go and lodge in best hotel just to do a shoot for their brand. I hope you know that people put that investment down. You do that, post it online, do a sponsored ad. You see people from nowhere target your sponsored ad. What? What people do, you target your sponsor to the UK, target your sponsor to the US. Before you know, you will be getting clients that will pay you your worth. Fine, people that walk into your store might not be paying you as much as someone that you get based on that advertising will pay you more. It's just like my US clients, my UK clients, they pay me more than what my customers listen, come in. But right now, I'm making my customer pay because when they come and see the outfit I'm making, Susan, you have not made something like this for me. I say it's the money. When you pay the money, I will make it. So let it be a differentiation in what you're making. If somebody you charge somebody 100,000 naira, what is in that clothes? Should somebody that you charge 250, so there should be a difference. That's what will make them pay. You put more embellishment, put more things that will, and women love bling. As long as it's blinking, it's good to go. So you need to put in that effort. So grace is effort. There's nowhere, like I said the other time we had a meeting. People expect the grace of God to be that they hand you a key to go and open one door and you see millions inside. That is what people are expecting grace to be. But that is not what grace is. Grace is strategies of how you can get your success. Let the Holy Spirit open up that idea to you. Okay, if you do this, if you do that, you will scale through. That is what I see grace to be. So, in as much as you have food stuff in your house, if you don't cook, you will be hungry all day. So, see grace as the process of you going to cook that food. When you eat, you'll be filled and satisfied. That is what I see grace to be. Thank you all. So, has
All right,
anybody
thank you.
loaded?
Who loaded that card? Anyone successfully loaded that card? The Airtel card. Was anyone able to load the Airtel card? We had that
Yes,
card.
I
All right, congratulations. Who did? Is that Madam Mandy?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
But you say you don't have you have only Glow now. Where Airtel
I use
manufacturing?
my daughter's Airtel. Oh,
Congratulations. All right, we'll come to the end of
thank you, sir.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
come to the end of today's onboarding class. We want to appreciate everyone that's for participants that could not join the live stream, but were able to join on YouTube for us to see you officially. Hopefully, the first tax video will be uploaded on this YouTube channel.
Your voice
For watching
echo.
us live. Can you hear me?
It's echoing.
Okay, it's echoing. Even though I can hear you.
It's echoing.
All right, please mute your mic, everyone, please. All right, so from this week, the first tax video is almost ready. So we will be uploading it on YouTube. So you need to watch the video. So it will be in two parts. The first video will be the pattern drafting of the entire style. We already have an idea of what the style is. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'll see if I can bring it up so that we can see it. Do I have it on this system? Not sure now.
Please, I have a question to ask later.
Okay, yeah, that will be the last bit of what we'll do. So the first part of the video will be will be the pattern drafting video. Then the second part will be the actual sewing of the outfit. So you can follow the video tutorial step by step to achieve the sewing the outfit successfully. You can sew for yourself, or you can sew for a model, maybe your daughter, your friend, or whoever. So after every task, we're going to have a short live session like this on this YouTube channel. All the participants will show up on the stream, as many that can show up. But generally, when you post on your participant group, maybe a video or pictures of your work, so it is important as you are making your outfit. This is one way you can get your support group members to support you. The behind the scene process of making your outfit, get somebody to be snapping you sewing as you are cutting. You are updating them that okay, this is the progress, so that by the time they see the final design, there is no one except that person is a witch that will not appreciate what you the work or the energy you have put into this. And it will not be out of place if they see that you are making effort and decide to support you. So from tomorrow, let's gear up. We'll do some updates before tomorrow night to re-energize the support group campaign. So one last thing I like to say before we open the floor for Q&A. Your voting link, even if the persons you are sending to are not part of your support group, once they place their vote, the reason why we requested for your WhatsApp group link is that it automatically redirects the person to your WhatsApp support group to join the group. So if they want to, and voting, one person can vote multiple times. If you have, for instance, 20 or 25 persons that can afford to vote for you 5 times, 3 times, 10 times, there are people that if they can even dash you 50,000 on a normal basis, they can distribute the money amongst different people, or they can do it themselves and just, okay, I want to support you all through this process. So if you don't ask for help in the entire challenge through your support link, they are not spirits that they will know that you are in a challenge. Share it across your social media platforms. Share it across WhatsApp. Send private messages to people. Please, I'm in this challenge. You have e-flyers, your personalized e-flyers. Share it to your family and friends. Those that are doubting, are you sure it's real and all that? Send them this live broadcast, the onboarding class. Send them as many information that can give them an idea that this is the smallest this challenge will be. In the nearest future, we want to be able to give more and encourage more fashion designers to acquire the right skill and knowledge. A lot of us have access to videos on YouTube, learning from different people, but the right knowledge on how to operate your fashion business. I want us to give Madam Susan a huge applause. I knew what it took me to convince her to share what she has shared today. In fact, what she shared today is a master class that is worth $1,000. So I want us to unmute our mics and just, in your little way, say thank you. If you want to shout, if you want to, anything you want to do, you want to scream. If the session she just had with us was valuable to you, I want you to drop a comment in the comment section. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching the replay, or you are watching us live, drop your feedback. If you are here on the stream, show your love to Madam Susan before we
Boza, Boza, Boza
Thank
for
you.
Madam Susan. Thank
Madam
you so
Susan,
much.
can't
Thank you,
wait, can't
thank
wait to
you.
meet you.
thank you.
I can't wait to meet you, Madam Susan.
So it was quite
All of you. Planning the
we have the babies. That baby is appreciative.
So I think it's the right time for me to
Shut up.
Keep it posted. I'll keep you guys posted on that. That's like it's not like a giveaway. Like not let me know that you kind of fun.
All right. So the entire she just had with us, she's putting it into a book. She's putting the entire masterclass. She was actually reading from the outline that is built to produce that book. So we're going to put it into a book.
Shut up now.
And these are practical. You can't find it. Google it. You cannot find it in the sequence that she has shared it because it's coming from her own practical experience, how she has been able to build her business. Like I usually say, she runs a six-figure fashion business. She makes money in six figures. So if you want to uh, scale your business, follow who no road. So I will end with something after we finish our Q&A. So Madam Mandy, go first. You have a question.
I wanted to. Good evening, ma. Thank you so much for the training. Thank you so, so much. I am so excited.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question.
Okay.
Can, like this first stack, can can I use a different stuff of material to do my own design?
Yeah, you can. And you can also change the color, but pick a
Okay.
fabric that go well with it. Because for that look, it's
Correct.
so good for it, but you can use something else. You can use something like crepe. You can use
Correct.
um
Can you hear me, sir? Hello. What's happening, oh? What's happening? Is it network?
It is not network. Oh.
You can hear them. Are they still talking?
No, I can't. They are not on stream.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Colin, Mr. Jamie is coming online now.
Okay. I think it's either from our end or from StreamYard. I'm not sure. Or you asked a question and she was responding, right? She said you can
Yes,
use
sir.
any material that can fit. She was mentioning some materials you can use. So if you need further clarification on that, you can send a message on the participant group and she would respond. Or you can
Okay,
send her a
sir.
private
Thank you.
message, she will respond. So if there are any other questions, we'll take it now. Then we should be done for today's onboarding class. Hope the onboarding class was exciting, it was informative, and insightful.
Yes, it
Yes,
was.
so yes, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was okay.
So a lot of our other participants joined from YouTube. Maybe they were they're having challenge joining. So everyone will eventually watch this onboarding class, both participants and support group members. They don't have to watch us live. They can actually watch the replay. So thank you so much, everyone. One last word before I leave. Coach by default. I'm a coach to coaches. It means that I coach other coaches. I help other coaches set up their coaching brands. And one in my close to 3 years experience actively coaching. I used to be a consultant and a freelancer. And this is what I discovered. As much as a coach can be available to coach, there are 4 dimensions that I have discovered that can help you maximize a coaching experience. The first one, I think I've shared this with Madam Mandy before on a one or on a private level. The first dimension is when the coach is actively coaching you. That's what Madam Susan has done today. When a coach is sharing knowledge and insight, you are feeling excited, you are grabbing the knowledge. The second stage is when the person literally holds your hand and say, okay, look at what you're doing. That's why after each tax, we'll have a live class like this where we'll all review the work that we have done. So if possible, maybe you snap or do a video. I think taking a picture will be best. So we'll come on a live stream, whether you're joining on YouTube or you're joining us live on the stream. We'll put up your work and Madam Susan will analyze it. So for those of you that can wear it and maybe in the live stream and show us, she will analyze the work and based on what she's seeing, based on what how well you have applied the techniques in the tutorial video that will be sent. That is more like holding your hand and telling you what you are doing. Hearing her teach about fashion business is one level. Having her hold your hand, correct you, and tell you what to do, mistakes you are making to in order to help you fine-tune your skill is the second phase. The third phase is when she watch you. After teaching somebody holding their hand, you want to watch the person demonstrate competence in what you have taught. That is the third level. But the fourth level is a spiritual level. And you can only activate that level when you honor the person. And honor comes in different shape or form. For instance, if you call me your coach, somebody cannot be talking about me in your presence, and you say, no mind that guy self into the show himself. You're not honoring me. If one way you can honor your coach is to ensure that you seek opportunity to uphold to raise their hand, to make them feel honored and respected. Another way is to give them gifts. So there are several ways you can seek opportunities to honor that person. And the truth is that the first three dimensions is activated in that place of honor. You just observe that you started, there are certain things the person didn't teach you, but you just know how to do it. In my few years of coaching other coaches, I discovered that this is one thing a lot of my coaches, most of them lack it. They feel that they know too much. They feel that, is it not, what is this telling me that I don't already know? Once you get to that phase, you've lost it. You might just get to the phase where only what the person has taught you, that is the dimension you can apply in your business. But once you are able to get to the fourth stage, which activates all three into one, together with other things that honor can activate, then you can be well on your way to um, exhibiting certain skill set, knowledge that you didn't actively learn from that person. So, with these few points, I believe that we've had a very fruitful onboarding class, and I wish you all the best. Hopefully, Tuesday or Wednesday, the first video will drop and other things will follow. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night. God bless you and have a fruitful week.
Good
Thank
night,
you,
sir.
sir. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Thanks for your
Bye,
efforts.
everyone.
Bye. Regards to the family. Bye.